John Arch, District 14.
Murph Reapy, District 12.
Also assisting the committee is our clerk, Sally Schultz, and our committee pages, Julie Scivdall Harrison, history major, UNL, Molly Peñas from Fort Calhoun, political science major, UNL. This afternoon, we'll be hearing LB 1235 and LR 283CA. Thank you. And we'll be taking them in the order listed outside the room. On the tables near the entrance, you will find green testifier sheets. If you are planning to testify, please do so. Fill one out and hand it to Sally when you come up. This will help us keep an accurate record of the hearing. Please note that if you wish to have your position listed on the committee statement for a particular bill, you must testify in that position during the bill's hearing. If you do not wish to testify but would like to record your position on a bill, please fill out the yellow sheet near the entrance. Also, I would note that the legislature's policy that all letters into the record must be received via the online comments portal by the committee by 8 a.m. the day of the hearing. Any handouts submitted by testifiers will also be included as part of the record as exhibits. We would ask if you do have any handouts that you please bring 12 copies and give them to the page. If you need additional copies, the page can help you make more. Testimony for each bill will begin with the introducer's opening statement. After the opening statement, we will hear from supporters of the bill, then from those in opposition, followed by those speaking in a neutral capacity. The introducer of the bill will then be given the opportunity to make a closing statement if they wish to do so. We ask that you begin your testimony by giving us your first and last name. Please also spell them for the record. Because the exec board meets over the noon hour and members have other hearings beginning at 1:30, we will be using a 3-minute light system today. When you begin your testimony, the light on the table will turn green. The yellow light is your 1-minute warning, and when the red light comes on, you will be asked to wrap up your final thoughts. I would remind everyone, including senators, to please turn off your cell phones or put them on vibrate. With that, we'll begin today's hearing with LB 1235. Welcome, Senator Wayne.
Good afternoon. My name is Justin Wayne, Justin Wayne, and I represent Legislative District 13, which is North Omaha and Northeast, well, North Omaha and North Douglas County now. This is a very simple bill. I just asked your great legal counsel, well, that takes care of that. If this bill was constitutional, he thinks it might not be. So, well, I tried. So now I'm going to approach this differently. It's constitutional until somebody tells us it's not. And I believe it is. The idea is, I know we struggle with legislative pay. I know it's in our Constitution. And the thought was, if we can provide another benefit to help attract people to run for office. I know when we're down here, if it's anything like me as a small business owner, we lose a lot of money. Some of us give up our businesses. And when we do that to take these public offices, we are limiting the wealth and income that we can pass on to our kids. And so one way we can pass on something else is through a life insurance policy. Unfortunately, we are all going to pass at some point. So the thought was, if we do a 6-year vesting period, then somebody would have to be here for at least 2 terms, and we could pay for their life insurance for the remainder of their life for simply $100,000 life insurance policy that at least they could pass on to their kids and their loved ones. And at the end of the day, we probably lose over $100,000 from being down here during the 6 years we're here. So that was a thought.
Questions for Senator White? Senator Reapy.
Thank you for being here. I know they do offer life insurance at this time, but it's for I think while you're in office. Is that correct, is your understanding?
Yeah, I think it should be extended as just almost like a retirement benefit for us for being down here. I mean, the reason why I would push back on the constitutionality is we pay into our Social Security that state pays for. To me, that's a benefit too. That's a government benefit that we're going to get when we retire. If it's like your bill, I get $1,000, but we only take home like 700. So at least 150 is going to my retirement, and so that's the thought of a life insurance policy.
Okay. Thank you for bringing the bill.
Senator Lowe.
Thank you. What about just health insurance policy? Because I have my health insurance taken out of my pay right now, $1,000, and pay me 25 cents, and then we take the taxes out of that. So my pay stub is 23 cents a month.
And see, for me, when I was trying to do health insurance, Senator Lowe, I had to pay $100
Well,
for my family, so it didn't make sense for me either. I think that's part of what I'm trying to figure out. But the political thing of voting on something that benefits you, that costs money to the state, has always been a concern. So my thought was, this actually doesn't go to you; it goes to somebody else, and that's why I think it's constitutional.
Further questions? Seeing none. Thank you, Senator White.
Thank you, and I will waive closing. I'm working on LB 999 for Senator Ibach over this period. Thank you.
Are there any proponents? Are there any opponents? Neutral testimony? Seeing none, Senator Wayne waive closing. And that will bring to a close LB 1235.
Senator Cavanaugh staff's on the way.
Okay,
It's crazy.
we're waiting for a staff member. You're up, Margaret.
We move quick around here.
We need to read the comments on the record.
Oh, on the last one, the comments, there were no proponents, 4 opponents. Sorry. Whenever you're ready, Margaret.
Okay, I ran, so. Hi, everybody. I am Margaret Buck. I am here in place of Senator Michaela Cavanaugh. She had something last minute come up and apologizes.
Spell your name.
My name, Margaret Buck, M-A-R-G-A-R-E-T, B-U-C-K. Good afternoon, Chairman Aguilar and members of the Executive Board. LR 283CA is a proposed constitutional amendment to change Article 3, Sections 7 and 19, and add a new Section 31. This resolution proposes to create a legislative salary commission to set legislative salaries. Half the members would be appointed by the governor, the other half by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. No more than half the members of the commission could be from the same political party. The commission's purpose is to set the salary for members of the legislature by March 31st of each odd-numbered year, with changes taking effect on July 1 of that year. The legislature will determine the commission members' terms of office, compensation, and procedure for removal of members when needed. The intent is to provide an alternative to the current constitutional static salary amount without directly increasing the salary for legislators. The resolution also includes several prohibitions on who could serve on the commission. According to a brief which is being handed out by the National Conference of State Legislatures, 22 states have a commission-style body that either sets salaries or makes salary and per diem recommendations to the legislature. This brief is one of the documents that is handed out. The other one is the first couple of pages of a report from the Minnesota Council that recommends their salary, per diems and salaries. And this resolution is patterned after the Minnesota Council. Minnesotans voted in 2018 to approve the council structure. The online comments listed as proponents leaned heavily to the sentiment that the current amount of $1,000 a month is not a living wage and therefore prevents many people from running for this office. At least one comment stated that it's long overdue. We at least need to have the discussion, so please support advancing the resolutions, and I won't be answering questions.
Any questions from Mark? Seeing none.
Thanks.
Are there any proponents?
Sure.
Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Joseph B. Winowitz, J-O-S-E-P-H-I-N-E, legal name Benson. Parenthetically, and then Litwinowicz, the last name. And I'm in favor of passing this constitutional amendment because if upon the affirmative decision by the electorate for that, would be the latest, the latest attempt to basically include people that are purposely kept out from running. If the wages are kept low, I'd like to run, but I tend to take a pay cut. This is, it's meant to keep out. I guess, I don't know, younger more liberal Democrats. That's just the way it is. That's a fact. So it'd be nice if we could increase the salary maybe to that of legislative aides, perhaps. That would be nice, and it would really be fair. Not that that really matters these days. At certain pods of people, but anyway. So that would be right on the money. Oh, and I said, never mind. So have a good one.
Questions? Testifier? See none? Thank you.
Toodles. Have a good one.
Any other proponents? Any opponents? Neutral testimony? Seeing none, we had no ADA combination testimony, written position comments, 15 proponents, 5 opponents. Margaret, would you like to close? That closes the hearing.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.